everybody, I'm Chris. If you're new here, welcome. If you're returning, welcome back. Today we're doing yet again another horror haul / collection update, as this is going to be a mini horror haul, just a little horror haul, and then majorly a collection update for me, as sometimes I do show off the other stuff that I get, but I do want to start showing off more and more of that, as I sometimes collect more of that than horror. Just depends on what comes out. I'm very picky when it comes to horror releases, so sometimes I don't get as much, and they really didn't release as much as of late. This is probably about 2 months, give or take. I know I'm probably missing a few things since I did my whole wall here of movies, but I don't remember what I got and what I didn't. I just know that I got these recently and they weren't in the last horror haul, so we're gonna go over them. If I made a video on these, which is probably not that many of these since they're not horror, I will link it, and I think it's only just this first one, but we'll see once I get to editing this bad boy. All right, let's get into it. First thing is Violent Night on 4K Steelbook. There's the front and the back of this. I did do a full review of that, so I will link that up below so you can check out video and the audio quality and what I think of the movie overall. I do have a review on my channel somewhere. I'll link that as well. All right, the next three are the newest releases for this week, so definitely, you know, on the ball. I'm ready for these. I've got the Expendables 4 on Steelbook from Lionsgate. I guess I'll show that off. It does match the other three, which I do own, so I figured why not? It's probably not a great movie. I haven't actually watched it yet, but I got the other three, so I got to finish out and round out the collection. Anyway, the next thing is the newest Vestron release with Blue Steel. I've actually never seen this movie, so I'm curious to see kind of what I think about it. It seems like it's like a cop drama with Jamie Lee Curtis in it, so it's also a Catherine Bigelow movie before she did like The Hurt Locker, became super famous, so I'm curious to see how this is, but again, filling up the Vestron collection, as even though I'm missing some, I do get them as they come out now. All right, and probably the biggest release for this week is Christopher Nolan's Oppenheimer. So I was actually really excited to get this because Christopher Nolan is a huge fan of physical media, so I knew he would kind of go all out, you know, all out like Peter Jackson when Lord of the Rings was coming out. And this doesn't disappoint. This is probably the best 4K all around this year, in my opinion. It's shot with mainly IMAX cameras and all that stuff looks incredible. The DTS 5.1 track is literally like room rocking, so like there's a couple sequences in this with like the bomb, and then there's a scene in the middle where there's a bunch of people like kind of pounding their feet against the ground. That like literally shook my room. So if you got a good subwoofer, you got a good sound system, this does not disappoint. The movie overall, I actually really enjoyed. Cillian Murphy does an incredible job, and he's probably the reason why I was okay with it. I actually watched it in 2 sittings, so I watched about 2 hours the other day, and I watched the last 45 minutes before filming this today, and I really did enjoy it. Is it the best movie of the last century? Probably not, but I did enjoy it better than Tenet and a couple of the other Christopher Nolan movies that he's done as of late. I've kind of fallen out of love. I really didn't like Dunkirk. I really didn't like Tenet. So this for me kind of brings back what I really like about Nolan, even though I wish he'd kind of go back to doing stuff like Inception and The Prestige and stuff like that. That's my favorite stuff from him. All right, got a couple horror things mixed in here, so don't worry, they're coming. First of all, we've got Brotherhood of the Wolf. I picked this up probably about a month ago when Amazon was doing their Scream Factory sale, which was better than the other sale that Scream Factory was doing. I think I paid like $19 for that, so that was cool. I got a couple pre-Black Friday deals in here as well. Enter the Dragon, I think I got for like $8 or $9. Vacation. I got Christmas Vacation, so I figured, you know, I might as well get Vacation. All right. Little horror one, Living with Chucky. I haven't watched this documentary yet, but I'm curious to see kind of how it holds up. If you got any thoughts on this, let me know down below. I'm looking forward to diving into that. 2 from around Halloween. These were the Walmart Lionsgate ones. I've got the Leprechaun collection with all 8 films, and then I've got Rob Zombie's Halloween 1 and 2. Say what you will about the movie, I actually really wildly like Halloween 2, but I did not actually own these, so I wanted to get these because I have every other Halloween movie except for those. I don't actually know what happened to them. I thought I had them. Maybe I misplaced them in moving. Maybe I threw them away in a feat of rage. I don't know. Next, we've got Godzilla. This thing's pretty cool, so I wanted to have that. I didn't own that. I got Fast X. It's not a great movie, but you know, sometimes you need something to just push that Atmos, and it was $7. All right, one of my favorite things, we got Dragon Ball Superhero. This finally came out in 4K. I have owned the Blu-ray for a while, but I wanted to get the 4K. For a while it was Japan only, and this is an Amazon exclusive one. There also is a Beast Gohan one. I'd like to get that eventually as well, but I got the Piccolo one for right now. Great movie. I love Dragon Ball, so I was happy to add that to my collection in 4K and in Steelbook. All right, the next thing is the Two Guns 20th anniversary or 10th anniversary Steelbook. So this was like $10 from Best Buy, so I picked that up. I got the Equalizer 3 on 4K Steelbook. This looks amazing. It was shot digitally, so it is pristine. The Atmos is incredible. So overall, I actually really enjoyed that movie. It might be my favorite. I really liked the first one, but this one is a close second with Dakota Fanning kind of coming back. I really enjoyed this movie a lot. All right, the next thing is the original Battlestar Galactica. I got this for $7, so happy to add that. If I'd known the Steelbook was also going to be on sale, I would have gotten that, but they didn't have it at the time. All right, I got Creed 3, again, $9, so not too bad. Then we've got the Bill Murray classic film Scrooge. I'm looking forward to watching this as we're hitting the holiday season. This is not full of DNR, which sometimes Paramount likes to do, as Planes, Trains, and Automobiles was from last year, so I'm looking forward to this, as I've heard it's pretty decent. I got the Gran Turismo Steelbook. Again, shot digitally. Neil Blomkamp did a great job. The Atmos is incredible. So that week was great because it was this and Equalizer 3, which I did not see any of them. I'm so kind of busy sometimes with just seeing horror movies that sometimes some of the ones I want to see in theaters I do miss between work and that. I got to kind of pick and choose what movies I'm going to. So I was happy to kind of sit down and actually be able to watch some of the things I missed from this year. And then last but not least, we have the School of Rock 20th Anniversary Steelbook. I actually really love this movie, and so I was actually kind of bummed because I missed the Steelbook. I couldn't find it, and then randomly when I went to kind of see what Black Friday deals they had pre-Black Friday, they actually had one, so I was able to pick it up. All right. That's pretty much all I've got. Like I said, that's I think that's a good amount of movies. I don't know how much I'll have. I'll probably round out one probably at the end of January or mid-January once I get the stuff from the rest of November, and then December, because I know we've got Tales from the Dark Side, and then we've got Silver Bullet coming, also the Ring trilogy, also the Prophecy trilogy from Vinegar Syndrome. We've got Daryl coming out from Vinegar Syndrome. So I've got a couple things that are coming late November, December that I'll probably be covering on the channel anyway, so you'll probably see it. I'm definitely going to be covering the Prophecy trilogy anyway in its own video, so I probably will do videos for those, so you won't have to worry about waiting to the next horror haul. If I missed anything else in that time, or if I get any other movies around the Christmas time, I'll definitely kind of add those in. All right, so I'm going to link some videos for you at the end. I recently did 2 videos that I think you should check out. I did Little Monsters, which was a kind of different vibe for me, so definitely check that one out. Howie Mandel, Fred and Ben Savage, classic from the 80s. I did a lot of good stuff, I think, in that video, so I think you'll really enjoy it. And then I covered Blood Games, which is a lesser known movie about baseball and revenge, so definitely check that one out as well. I'm going to link my 4K playlist, so if you want to dive into any of my 4K reviews, you can definitely check out that whole playlist. That's all I've got. Thanks for stopping by. If you like what we do here, consider becoming part of the collective, and I'll talk to you guys in my next review.